Renee gave me that nickname 35 years ago. She walked into the nursery in the hospital and just kind of saw me over there and says, "Man, he got a big head. He got a little peanut head. He looked like a little peanut." And that's how I got the nickname Peanut. I had a big old head and I was a small baby. It's real. It's high. It's intense. There's a lot of adrenaline flowing in the air, a lot of nervousness, and it's something that you want to be a part of. If they could sell that atmosphere like in a pill or a drug form, I would take it, because I think it's everything an athlete, something that they want to experience. And I've had the privilege to experience that type of atmosphere 2 times. Unfortunately, I've come up twice short in losing 2 Super Bowls, but nonetheless, I've got to experience it, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, something that every competitor should aspire to be a part of. I think my best memory, favorite memory, well, I have 2, because the first Super Bowl I actually played in, I forced a fumble, and I recovered it all in the same play. So that's a great memory right there. Second memory is the most recent Super Bowl in Super Bowl 50. I didn't get a chance to play in the game, but going out with my teammates for the intro and listening to the national anthem and watching my teammates line up along that sideline. I mean, I couldn't play. I tore my ACL, but I was almost in tears. But it was just it was a feeling of teamwork and commitment and dedication and camaraderie, something that we had worked all season long, even before the season. And to see that it kind of was starting to pay off, we were 1 game away from winning it all. That feeling right there at the national anthem was probably one of the best, if not my second best NFL moment. Something very special, something I'll remember for the rest of my life. Well, one play that stands out in mind is, this is my rookie year, we played the Minnesota Vikings, and at that time Randy Moss was he was the best receiver in the NFL at that time. And he was so good that he had a term, it was called mossed, M-O-S-S-E-D. And basically it meant if someone caught a ball over you, you got mossed, because Randy Moss used to do that to everybody. And my rookie year, about a minute or so left in the game, 4th quarter, Dante Culpepper, he throws the ball up to Randy Moss, and I'm covering him. And we both go up in the air, and he's got it, and I have the ball. We're fighting over the football, and then I rip it out of his hands. Probably the one play that put me on the map as a rookie, to let people know that I'm here to stay in this league. That's just one of many plays that I will make in this league. I think that was a statement that I was kind of going for. Now, if you ask me for my best game, I have 2. We played the Tennessee Titans in 2012 at Tennessee, or in Nashville, and I forced 4 fumbles. And fun game, exciting game. We ended up winning the game like 45-7 or 42-7, something like that. And then another favorite game that I used to have, or that I have, is in 2008. So let me back it up. You ever know how Babe Ruth used to, when he hit a home run, but before he hit the home run, he predicted it, and he would kind of point out to center field he was hitting a home run for a sick kid. Well, back in 2008, not just my daughter, but there was another sick kid. His name was Dax, and I knew his family fairly well. And I wrote on my sweet rag, my towel, I wrote his name. His name was Dax. And I wrote Dax all along the side. I wrote it on my gloves, my wristbands, my sweet rag. And we played the Philadelphia Eagles Sunday night. I think it was a Sunday night game. And I go out, I force a fumble, and I'm real geeked, I'm excited. Atmosphere is real high. And I force a fumble on Deshaun Jackson. A couple plays later, another quarter later, I go out, I force another fumble. Feeling pretty good about myself. And I have so much adrenaline right now. It's like an adrenaline overload. And I was in the zone. And fourth quarter, LaShawn McCoy, he's running the ball, covers it up. I go in there, punch it again, the ball comes out. And after the third one, my confidence was like on 200 right now. And at that time, I felt like I was unstoppable. I had the man with iron fist. And I remember pointing to my wife because I had all this DAC stuff on. You know, the kid was alive. I think he had leukemia, some form of cancer. And I just remember feeling, I was emotional. I was like having the game of my life, but I was so overcome with so much emotion. And I was like tearing up and crying, and people were like, "What is that?" I was so happy, and I remember pointing. I pointed to the stands, and I pointed to Jackie, and she's crying, and I'm tearing up, crying, because it wasn't just a game; it meant something more. And after the game, I sent the family the wristbands, the jersey, the pants, the sweet rag, the shoes, sent them the whole uniform, and then we put an article, or I had a clipping of someone took a picture. I took a newspaper clipping, and ProCase Scott, he ended up framing it for me, and we mailed it to the family, and it's probably the second best piece ProCase had ever did, because it wasn't just a jersey frame. Like, it had a lot of meaning behind that game. So yeah, that was probably one of my greatest games, some of my greatest memories. Would be the man of the year. What makes this so unique, only one guy gets it out of the 1,900 or so guys in the league. And it's voted on by the commissioner and the previous man of the year winner and a couple other NFL execs. And I think what made it so unique and significant was the fact that it's called the Walter Payton Man of the Award. And being a Chicago Bear, he was just a Chicago Bear. It was pretty sweet bringing him back home to Chicago. I don't know the last time a Chicago Bear had won the Man of the Year. Probably my greatest NFL memory, winning that award, Radio City Music Hall. In my speech, I talk about my foundation. I talk about my daughter Tiana, and I briefly talk about 5 kids that I were very close to, and they passed away. And it was probably one of the greatest experiences anybody could have, because standing ovation. I mean, I'm fighting back tears. If you think I'm ugly now, you should see me crying. And I'm like, I cried so hard because I was so, whether I was happy, I was thankful that everyone else, you guys, thought so highly of me. I look at myself as just a normal Joe. I'm just a little country dude from Copperas Cove, Texas. And I never thought that I would be able to have the impact or affect people that our foundation has, help people. And it all kind of hit in or settled in when the commissioner called my name. And I was very excited and shocked at the same time, because of the other 2 guys that I was teamed up with or nominated with. They did some amazing work themselves, and when he called my name, I was like, oh my God. When women cry, they do some of this right here, the water ducks. Yeah, I was trying not to do that, but yeah, just a great experience, a great time. I couldn't believe that it was happening to me, but yeah, all-time best memory, Walter Payton Man of the Year award. So in 2008, my daughter Tiana, she received a heart transplant, and as a result of that, my wife Jackie and I, we started the Charles Tillman Cornerstone Foundation. And basically our mission, our goal, what we really do is we help chronically and critically ill children. And since then, man, we've raised a boatload of money. We've helped a lot of kids, not just throughout Chicago or the Illinois area, but we've crossed the globe, and we've touched some lives, and we've saved some people. The bottom line, somebody saved my daughter's life. Someone made a selfless act, a selfless decision to save my daughter. She served me, and she gave my daughter a second chance at life, which gave me a chance to see her go to school for the first time, see her say her first word, see her take her first steps, the first day of school, you know. And without that choice, I would have lost that opportunity as a parent to see my daughter do all those things. And not trying to be stingy or selfish, my wife and I, we wanted to do the same thing. You know, we're trying to help families in any way we can, as far as emotionally, physically, financially. That's kind of what the Cornerstone Foundation has done. And I think that was why we received, and I say we because it wasn't just me who got the award. The Cornerstone Foundation got that award. We try to extend that gift of giving and kind of keep that cycle going because someone did it for us. And that's kind of, you know, that's kind of what the Cornerstone Foundation is. That's what we stand for. That's what we're about, helping each other. I'm Charles Tillman, and what's in your man cave?